Okay, so that's the answer for number 3. Now I have number 4, number 5, and number 6. Are you ready? Let me read the question for you. In a certain class, the attendance of children from Monday to Friday was 43, 40, 45, 42, and 45. What was the average attendance of the class that week? Now, whenever you hear the word average, average means mean. You would have heard of it before. Average. We have different averages. Average means mean, at least for this your level. Whenever you hear the word average, average means means. But we have averages. Averages include mean, median, mode. Do not forget. But because anytime they use the word average, they term it with mean. At least for this level now, they use mean because it's the most effective of what the averages. It gives you a near idea of what this thing is all about. Let me give you this instance. The average age of a primary 5/6 examination class, like this one we're doing here now, should be around 10 or so, 10, 11. 11 is even out of it, like 10. If you check your classmates, you discover that you are almost of the same age bracket. Maybe 10 months, 10 years, some few months, or some might even be 9 years, like 8 to 10 months, not up to 10. So an average gives you a near value of what you're talking about or what you actually want to project. So mean means average, at least for now. So don't mix it up. So if they ask you the average, what is the average all about? Add up the whole of the numbers, then divide it by 5. We have 4 observations here, 5 observations. This is Monday, this is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So you have 5 days of the week. You add up the whole 5 numbers, divide it by 5. If they ask you, what is the average of 1, 2, 3? You say 1 plus 2 plus 3, and you divide it by 3. If they say, what is the average of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? You say 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, and you divide it by 5. That's it. That's it. Whether in primary school, whether in secondary school, mean is mean. So what I'm going to do is this. The average will now become 43 plus 40 plus 45 plus 42 plus 45, and I will divide it by 5. As easy as that. So if you see average, run straight to the question. Sum up everything you have, divide it by the number of observation. Okay, let me quickly need to do addition of this number here. Okay, we can do that. 45, 45, 90. 40, 40, 83. Okay, let's do that here. Let's say 45 plus 45 is 90. 90 plus, we have 45, 45, 90 plus 42. That's 132. So we have 132 plus 40. That's 172 plus another 43. So that's 5. Here, 1, 215. So we have 215. Sorry, it's just a quick work. 215. So I'm going to write this as 215 divided by 5. So my final answer will give me 5 in 20 is 4. Okay, 5 in 15 is 3. So the mean attendance is 43. Is that clear? You add up when they give you in a starting class, the attendance of children from Monday to Friday was this, and this. Sum of the whole of the number. Count the numbers you've summed up and divide it by that same quantity. That's the mean. So what I did was this. I carried this 45 and 45 to get a 90. 45 plus 45. I actually like somehow like that. 45 plus 5 is what? 90. 90 plus this 42 is 132. 132 plus this 40 is 172. 172 plus this 43 is 215. So that's the answer. Are we good? Anytime you see mean, apart from this question, they give you what is the mean of 4, 8, 3, 6. Please add that 4, 8, 3, 6 together and divide it by what? By 4. Number of observation, this is the definition. The total number of observation, all over the number of observation. You add up the total numbers, then you divide it by the numbers. Okay. Next question, number 5, shall we? I said, subtract in hours, minutes, and seconds. I have 3 hours, 15 minutes, 0 seconds. They say I should subtract it from 1 hour, 45 minutes, 15 seconds. Now, please, hope you know your SI units, that 60 seconds equals to 1 minute, and 60 minutes equals to 1 hour. And we know 24 hours equals to 1 day, but we're not going into that for now, because there's no day here. We only have hours. So if I have 0 seconds, say, okay, 0 minus 15 is not possible. Right. Now I'll come to 15, I'll borrow 1. I borrow 1 minute. If I bring 1 minute here, it's not going to be 10. You cannot say this is 10. You know we're used to normal subtraction of 10. If you take 1 minute from here and you add it to these seconds, 1 minute becomes 60 seconds. Am I communicating? If I take 1 minute, because I'm supposed to borrow from this, I can't say 0 minus 15 is not possible. I'm supposed to borrow from 15. So if I borrow from 15, 15 will become 14. So the one I'm taking from 15 to add here, if I add that one here, in time and seconds, in minutes and seconds, see that relationship. So the one I added here will become 60. Then I'll say, okay, here, this is my solution now. I'll say 60 minus 15. That will give me 45. So I'll write 45 here. Yes, that's what I'll do. Look at it again. Don't. It's very easy. 0 minus 15 not possible. When you come to 15, you borrow 1, you add 1 here. The one you have carried is not 10, it is 60, because 60 seconds make 1 minute. So that 60 plus this 0 is 60. So 60 minus 15 is 45. Now here is now remaining 14. Here is remaining 14, no longer 15, 14. Now 14 cannot minus 45. It's not possible. So we go to the hour. We borrow 1 hour. If we take 1 hour from 3, here will become 2. If you carry 1 hour and bring it to minutes, 1 hour becomes 60 minutes. So what you are having here, the one you're going to add to this 14 will not be something you can just call 24 or something like that. No, it's not going to work. It's going to be 60 plus 14. Borrow 1 hour, add it to minutes, becomes 60. So here will give us 74. You borrow 1 from 3, you add to the 14 that you have here, it becomes 60 plus 14, which is 74. Now, it is that 74 that we're now going to subtract 45 from. So 4 minus 5 is not possible. We add 1 here, becomes 14. 14 minus 5 is 9. Here is no longer 7, but 6. 6 minus 4 is 2. So we have 29 here. So here is no longer 3, 2. 2 minus 1, 1. So that's your answer. So when you borrow in the minute hand and you take it to the second hand, it is 60 you have borrowed. It's like in basis. If you borrow from the hour hand and you take it to the minute hand, it is 60 you've also borrowed. It's as simple as that. Are we good? Okay, number 6. Number 6. Now, in a class of 32 boys, 16 passed the examination, 4 were absent, and the rest failed. Okay, let's now break it out as this is 32. Let's break it out into how they want us to see it. Out of 32 boys, 16 passed, 16 passed, okay, 4 were absent, and the rest failed. So 16 plus 4 is 20. If you remove 20 from 32, that means 12 failed. They didn't tell you 12, but you should know it's 12, because if you look at it like 16 plus 4 is 20, 20 plus 12 must give us 32, the total number of boys. So that said, the rest failed. What fraction of the whole class failed? So if they say fraction of those that failed, fraction, like from the beginning there, fraction of failure will equal to how many failed? 12. How many students do you have in all? 32. So this will give us, I believe if you simplify that, will give us about 6 over 16, which will give us about 3 over 8 as your answer. Is your answer. This is the fraction of those that failed. They want to see whether you'll be able to remove out of 32. Since they told you that 16 passed, they said 4 were absent, so they said the rest of them failed. So you have to know that if there are 32 in all, if 16 has passed the exam and 4 were absent, then those that failed will be 12. So if they say, what is the fraction of those that failed? It has to be this over the total. Which brings us back to that number 1. What fraction of 2 minutes is 6 seconds? You would have simply said 6 seconds over 2 minutes, but that would have been wrong. You have to convert them to the same denominator. They must be in the same. If it's seconds you want to use, they must be in seconds. Then you can take it as 6 over 160, 120, which is this. If you want to take it to minutes, this is 2 minutes, and 6 seconds in 2 minutes, in minutes is 6 over 60, which is 1 over 10, and that's the same thing we did here also. So they say, what fraction of this is this? Carry the little one and place above the bigger one, but make sure they're in the same denominator. Are we good? Okay, let me get you more questions. This one, number 6. Let's get more questions, okay?